What's up, YouTube? I am back with another in-depth Alien movie series review, and today we are reviewing the sequel to the iconic film Alien, Aliens. Aliens is directed by James Cameron and stars Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn, Lance Henriksen, and a bunch of other actors. So this film was released in July 1986 and made about $86 million worldwide, making it the 7th highest grossing worldwide movie of 1986. As I said in my first Alien review, the Alien series have never really had, amazing box office grosses. From what you'd expect from, such a popular series nowadays. You know, they've just always been kind of on the low end from such a popular series. So yeah, they've just never been that crazy in the box office. So in Aliens, it's 57 years after the events of Alien, and Ellen Ripley is floating in space. But she gets found by a salvage team who offers her to discover an alien presence on the moon LV-426, which was actually the moon where she had her first encounter with the aliens in Alien. So yeah, basically the moon had been colonized, and contact had actually been lost on the moon, causing Ellen Ripley and the help of a group of Marines find out what happened. So first of all, I just love how this film is called Aliens. I love how they just, the first Alien film is called Alien, and they do something really clever and just make it plural. That's all they do. They just add an S to it. And I just love that part of it. It just adds so much, and it's just, such a clever title. Just the fact that they added that one S just adds so much to its meaning, and I just love how that they did that. They just did something really clever, and I just love how they just made it plural from the first Alien. They just called it Aliens. It's just so cool, and, yeah, it's just such a clever thing that they did, and I just love how they did that. So I actually like the opening credits of this movie more than the one in Alien. In this one, the music is better, the credits aren't as slow, and it wastes less of your time. So in the beginning of this movie, after Ripley gets salvaged, she has a dream sequence where she has a chest burster. I really like this scene. It's just really creepy and mysterious. So obviously a man named Carter Burke asks Ripley to join on the alien discovery with the Marines, and Ripley turns down the offer a few times. But after Carter reveals that the discovery involves, wiping out all the aliens, Ripley finally decides to take along. So Ripley of course meets the Marines in some very great scenes.
Trust me.
We see a lot of fun things that happen aboard the ship with the Marines. And this is one thing I think Aliens does much better than Alien. The characters in Aliens are just so much more memorable. In Alien, I find the characters are a bit forgettable, but the characters we are introduced to in Aliens, all have just very memorable traits, and, they just have each have their own personality, and I really like that. They're just much more memorable in Aliens, and I just love the characters of Aliens. Some of the best characters in Aliens, excluding Ripley, are Bishop, Private Hudson, and Vasquez. Private Hudson, played by Bill Paxton, is my personal favorite character in the movie. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton, by the way. But yeah, Hudson is just so hilarious in this film. He's just, such a wuss sometimes, and he just messes around all the time, and that just makes him such a great character, really. Yeah, Bishop is also an amazing character, and, obviously, Ripley doesn't feel so trustworthy of him in this film, which I kind of like, because of obviously her experience in Alien, with androids. So yeah, I just like that. And so the bug hunt begins. The combat drop scene is amazing, and it gets me really pumped to see some great action ahead. So they arrive on the moon, and the bug hunt begins. I love the clues and signs of, alien presence that's shown when the group, when they start exploring the site. It just really builds up suspense, and I think they do a great job with that. During the hunt, we are introduced to a new character of the film, a little girl named Newt. And I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of her presence in this film. I think her character ends up being pretty pointless, and I don't think the film would have been that different if she was taken out of it. but she's not that bad. So our first encounter with the alien occurs when the Marines find Cocoon's colonists, and a chest burster actually comes out of one of the colonists, and the Marines kill it. So this causes all the other aliens in the area to attack the Marines, and it's just chaos. Lieutenant Gorman, of course, panics, and Ripley basically takes control of the vehicle to rescue the Marines. I really like how Ripley, protests when Gorman really isn't doing anything. It's just great seeing that she's willing to save those Marines. So the group is in a sticky situation after their ship's pilots are killed by an alien, causing the ship to crash. Oh, and one of the best movie quotes of all time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
At the Colony Command Center, Burt gets caught trying to get Ripley and Newt impregnated by sending in facehuggers into their room while they're sleeping. The aliens cut the power and come down through the ceiling, and we get some more very, very great action. Sadly, my favorite character in the film, Hudson, dies. Rest in peace, Hudson. So yeah. Vasquez and Gorman are also killed, and Newt is captured. So Bishop picks up Ripley and Hicks in a second dropship, but Ripley refuses to abandon Newt. So Ripley rescues Newt from a hive, but in the hive they encounter the Alien Queen. And oh my god, is this creature terrifying! The Alien Queen in this movie is by far the scariest alien in the series. Like, oh my god, the size, the look, and just the noises it makes is just so terrifying. But Ripley destroys all the alien eggs, and, this gets the Queen very angry, and she chases after Ripley and Newt, who manage to escape to the dropship. Ripley, Newt, and Bishop are on the ship happily away from danger. But the Alien Queen returns. The Alien Queen rips Bishop in half, and we get this badass fight between Ripley and the Queen. Oh, and we get a great line.
Get away from her, you bitch!
And yeah, we just get such a great battle. The fight itself is really entertaining and just awesome. So yeah, and I love how, Ripley, uses that, thing that she had at the beginning of the film. That, construction thing. That was just so clever and awesome. So yeah. Ripley tries ejecting the Queen out into space, but the Queen holds on for its life on Ripley. But Ripley gets the Queen off of her, and what a great death for the Queen. So yeah, Ripley, Newt, Hicks, and the badly damaged Bishop enter hypersleep for the return trip to Earth. And the film ends. So overall, Aliens is one of my favorite films of all time. This film is so amazing, and in my opinion, is an improvement over the first film. The first film was good, but it lacked the incredible action, characters, and plot that Aliens had. The war aspect of Aliens is just so great, and it just works really well for the series. The character of Ellen Ripley in this film is great. Her character, emotions, motivations, and decisions make for just one hell of a great character. The Marines in this film are much more memorable than the crew in Alien. Each character is its own unique character. And yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Newt, and I think she could have been left out of the movie, but she's not that bad. The alien creatures of this film are also so great. The Alien Queen just really, really steals the show here. So yeah, the Alien Queen is just amazing. As far as the plot in this movie, I really like the plot of this movie. The plot is definitely more clear and interesting than the first film. I just love, Ripley returning and, the Marines going down to fight the aliens. I just love that. It's awesome. So fun to see. And yeah. I just like the plot better. I just like the plot more in this film just because it's more clear and it's just an overall better plot and it has more meaning to it. So yeah. Burke really adds to this movie, and he adds a lot to the plot, with the whole reveal of what he's doing and everything, which is great. The action in this film is very awesome and just very well filmed. James Cameron just did such a good job, filming all the action in this movie. So yeah, the war aspect just works. I just love that this film is like a war action film. It just works so well, so yeah. The soundtrack of this movie is amazing. The soundtrack is filled with just so many great action and suspense scores. I really like the constant use of drums that are, present in the scores. So yeah, guys, Aliens is an amazing movie, by far the best Alien movie, and just overall a really fun action horror. So I hope you guys enjoyed this in-depth review of Aliens 1986, and in my next in-depth Alien series review, I'll be reviewing the depressing soap opera Alien 3.